Okay, so I wanted to talk today about masks. There's a lot of information that you're seeing coming across all of our social media feeds, on the news, on the TVs about masks. And what are the different kinds of masks? Exactly why are we wearing masks and what are they supposed to accomplish? We were recommending that people go out and they go to the grocery stores and they should wear a mask. That mask isn't really doing anything to protect them from what's outside. It's to protect other people from possibly you. When we wear a mask, we are the cloth masks or even the surgical masks. What we're trying to do is we're trying to prevent any kind of droplet spread from talking or from coughing and sneezing from getting out into the atmosphere. So it's designed to hold things in to you. First thing we'll talk about are the homemade masks, the cloth masks. There are tons of websites out there on how to make one, different types of materials. If you're thinking of making a mask, go out there and find one of the patterns online. Actually, you can make your own out of just a bandana. You can simply fold a bandana over, put a coffee filter in it, put a couple rubber bands on it, and you got your ear loops and you're ready to go. In fact, the Surgeon General even showed how to do that one day on one of his videos. That is out there on CDC's webpage, just to make a real quick, simple mask. But if you decide that you're gonna make one or sew one together, go ahead and look for a pattern. Make sure you're using a tightly woven material. The stretchy Under Armour type athletic wear, the wicking type of materials, those aren't the best types because they actually stretch and then the fibers come apart and allow particles to go through back and forth. We want something tightly woven like quilting fabric or maybe a t-shirt or something of that nature to use. And then there's also different kinds of things you can add to it, like maybe a paper towel, or you'll see people putting coffee filters in. There's all different ways to do that. Remember, this is just an enhancement. All these masks are an enhancement for on top of our social distancing, on top of our keeping 6 feet apart and our washing our hands and our using the hand sanitizers. So all these things are layered on top of each other to help prevent the spread of this virus. The next kind of mask would be a simple, what they call a surgical mask. And these are the kind that you see typically on shows like Grey's Anatomy and things of that nature. They just simply go on like this. You just make a little crimp around your nose. You know, you might end up with some fogging in your glasses. If you breathe through your mouth though, sometimes that doesn't happen. That's been my experience with this. Again, wearing something like this, you want to make sure it's on and it has a good contact around through here. Even if it's totally gapped here on the sides, then things are going to come out and you're not going to be preventing any kind of spread. So you want to have a nice good fit and you can walk around like this. If you start noticing it start hurting around your ears, people are getting very creative by making headbands with buttons on it. You can loop the things up on top of your buttons. I've seen where they've looped them around their eyeglasses. There's things you can print on a 3D printer to hold them back here in the back to get that pressure off your ears. One thing you don't want to do though is wear it like this. You'll see people wearing it like this because sometimes it's just uncomfortable and their nose or their glasses fog up. This is actually accomplishing nothing. So if we're going to wear one, we're going to wear one right. And this is the correct way to wear your surgical mask. I'll take it off so you can understand me. The highest quality mask we could have is an N95 mask. And what that is, it's what they call a respirator. It is actually fit tested. It should be fit tested for the wearer, and there are different ways to wear these things. There are a couple different styles and a couple different types out there, so it's not one size fits all. You have to be fitted for one of these, and that will prevent 95% or more of the particulates from coming in and out. You be very, very careful with these N95s. If you have a pre-existing respiratory condition like COPD or asthma, it actually is a little bit more difficult to breathe with one of these N95 respirators on because it is so tightly woven and so well fitted to your face. you actually have to breathe in and out a little bit harder to try and get the air in and out. And if you already have a pre-existing condition, that could make things a little bit worse. That's why we recommend N95s and the surgical mask really need to be held for our healthcare workers, our first responders, nurses, doctors, people in the nursing homes. And if you're going out and about, go ahead and just have a cloth mask or something like that. One thing we want to make sure of is that while we recommend everyone wear a mask when they go out, don't forget, children under 2 should not have a mask on. It is just too much of a layer in front, and they're still maturing on their breathing and don't have the muscle reserves and everything to try and breathe in and out through something like that. So please don't put a mask on children under age of 2. That's about what we have for our masks. We wanted people to be informed. Remember, the more you know. If you need information, more information about masks, check your trusted sources like CDC, Ohio Department of Health, Hamilton County Public Health, or other trusted sources like that. Remember to stay Colerain strong, and we are all in this together, Ohio.